You live this life, I walk this road, and you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. Vow to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. I got my man in the house, Fleece. What's up, Fleece?
Man, I'm overjoyed, man. I'm overjoyed, man. I'm excited to say what I'm getting ready to say, man. Excuse me. I got to laugh over this because it fills me with joy to say what I'm got ready to say. And my parents, y'all know I'm getting ready to say something that is going to... It's gonna just move your heart, man. It's gonna make your spirit leaping in the person that hears it. It's, whatever spirit is in him, it's gonna leap in it. All right, here's what I'm gonna say. Take me serious, because I am serious. The worst thing you can do to people nowadays, the worst is lie to them. To lie to somebody, mislead them, to believe something that ain't true, that's bad. You know, Malcolm X did it. Told everybody white people was devils, all this old stuff. Went over to the holy city, Mecca, and seen all nationalities of people of all colors praising Allah. And he was convicted right there. All white people ain't devils. He came back to the United States and he said, look, I made a mistake. But you done told people these people came from the devil. Next thing I know, they killed him for lying. You know, things like that happen to liars, right? So it is important. Malcolm X wasn't trying to lie on purpose. He thought what he told his people was true. He didn't do further research. He should have held back, went to Mecca, come back, and say, hey, we got brothers that is white.
Fix your collar.
And all that.
Fix your collar on that. Yeah.
I said, but, excuse me for that.
It's still...
Yeah, gotta fix my collar. Look kind of presentable. But,
it's still, you got it looking all crazy.
Okay, it looks crazy, but, I want all my fans to know I brought this shirt out of Goodwill. So that's why it's the way it is.
That's not why the way it is.
But trying to save money and budget, man, and still look good.
That's right.
Now, here's what I want to talk about. Y'all ready for it? All my fans is ready for this. All right, y'all braced? And watch your spirit drums in you when I tell you this. This is to Vlad. The YouTube guy, they got millions of subscribers. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to your subscribers. All the subscribers of Vlad. All of y'all, hear me out. Y'all done heard Vlad said Fleece Johnson has raped whatever amount he want to put on it, inmates in the penitentiary. That he did research and he got proof that I did this. I said he don't have proof. I'm talking to the fans of Vlad. He has lied to you, deceived you. He got you thinking that me, a man that helped inmates get out of prison and stay strong in prison, was raping all of them in prison. That's a lie. I want all the fans of Fleece to know by the United States Constitution of America, governed by all the states in America, you have a right and a duty under law when you are deceived to this extent, because I'm sure you subscribe to Vlad, and he done made millions off of y'all, off of his lives. I want all of Vlad's followers to file suit, sue him for lying to him, deceiving him, defamation of character towards me, because he can't prove none of the things he told y'all was true. Sue him. Get your money back. You should get it back because that's a rotten thing to do, to talk about somebody and have people believing a person is this way or that way, and he's not. He's a good person. I am. Sue him. Tell him, before you sue him, tell him. All our Vlad's fans, tell Vlad, if you do not show proof on video where this man has been in any part of his life convicted of sexual assault, show in proof where somebody lodged even a complaint against him for sexual assault, sue him. Let me tell y'all, Vlad fans, I love all of y'all. Y'all need to subscribe to Hustle Spirit because we keep it real. Vlad keeps it false. We're going to keep it real with y'all. We're going to tell you things that Vlad has really fantasized about. He probably is a fag himself. And he probably want me to rape him. But I'm not into that. What I want y'all to know is he lied to you. Y'all subscribe to his whatever he was broadcasting with the belief that what he was telling y'all was true. And y'all subscribe with money, paying this man. He done made millions of dollars off of his lives. Now that I'm coming forward telling the truth, that I didn't do none of that, and there's no proof of it, he's scared. So now he's coming on TV saying, I got proof. I want all of his fans to write in to Vlad and tell him, if you got proof, show it. Because y'all got us believing that this man is something that he's not. Word out. Word out. In this episode, I want to talk about, I want all my fans, y'all wondering, what type of person am I? Do I have any moral values or good upbringing? Yeah, I do. I'll give it tell you one. There's certain things I don't stand for. When they talk about rape, I'm against rape. Of anybody, male, female, whatever, I'm against it. I think all people have a right. I don't care how you dress. I don't care if you walk out of your house naked. Big butt, big titties, or whatever. Don't nobody have the right to touch you unless with your consent. So, in Eddyville prison, I want to tell you something about the type of person I am, my character, documented. Everything I tell you, documented. It ain't nothing somebody I can say happened and it ain't been recorded. I documented. But I'm going to tell you it's recorded and documented. It speaks about my character as a person. In Eddyville prison, back in the days, I had a school teacher. I said, I'm going to go to school. Because I didn't know how to read and write. All my report cards was F on the street. I ain't make it to the 6th grade. My school teacher in Eddyville prison was a lady called Miss Cash. C-A-S-H. Now, prisoners in prison, our main enemy is the guards. Because they write us up, take us to the hole, do this, shake us down, bust us for shit. And school teacher lady, she wasn't on that write up stuff about ratting you out. Our classroom was full of idiots, bro. There was people in us sucking dicks, everything. I mean, people having sex in our class. She had one of them petty. I don't know if y'all know who Petty Duke was. One of them she had a Petty Duke hairstyle. And she'll sit down with her knees pressed together and sit real still and just look straight. She didn't care what the inmates was doing in her classroom or nothing. If you want to learn, she'll teach you. She was a good teacher. She taught me a lot. So one day, I was coming towards the gym. The school's up under the gym. And I seen all these black inmates. And a few white ones, but mostly black. They looking over the rail down and seeing what was going on. When I looked down, there was 2 inmates getting ready to rape this white lady, my school teacher. I'm wondering why they looking down the thing at it. I went down the step. One of them had her in a chokehold. The other one was on his knees and went under her dress and pulled her panties down. I said, let her go. He said, well, I popped him. Pop. The other one let her out of the chokehold. I popped him 2, 3 times. They backed up. They ain't got nothing coming. They know where my hands is at. I got on my knees, put that white lady's panties back in her feet, on each feet, and pulled them up, told her to put them up the restaurant. She did. She had a long dress. She was shaking to death. These 2 black inmates were getting ready to rape her, and ain't no doubt in my mind if they raped her, they was gonna break her neck. They monsters. I escorted her to the principal's office and said, you all right? She said, yes. Thank you. Real nervously. So I left. Come back later. Them same 2 dudes went back down there, kept peeping around, waiting on her to come out, because they felt that they had an easy thing. But they didn't realize that she busted them right there. And the principal called the yard guard and they locked them up. Check this out. I don't expect for no thank you or nothing. I didn't get shit. The guards in there, they looked at me like I was a piece of shit from helping her. It wasn't no give me no good time back. I didn't ask for none of that. I got morals, man. I got values that I got morals and values. My mama taught me. I'm not a barbarian or nothing. And that's about it. You know what I want to talk about now? This is me, Fleece Johnson, the person that keeps it real 100. All the rappers and everybody in the United States is watching this. So, man, I'm not going to make myself look bad in front of y'all. I'm going to tell the truth, bro. Now, you got these white people trying to attack me. They keep attacking me because I went into their system by myself and destroyed it. I went up against everything they said inmates were laying down to. I fought. Here's what I want to tell y'all. They keep attacking me. The system, the corrections department keep attacking me. Telling people I'm a rapist and I'm not. causing me jobs, bro. When I come out of penitentiary after 40 years, man, bro, I'm not on the same stuff I was on before I went to prison. Boosie, Scarface, all of y'all, bro, hear me out. Nigga, I need help. These white people is attacking, bro. But I'm gonna attack back. The 40 years I did in prison, I learned a lot of things. I knew a lot of things. And I kept quiet about it. All the inmates, like I said, they not love me and they talk to me. Here's what happened. In Eddyville Penitentiary, first of all, I want the police force in Louisville, Kentucky to hear this. We just received a new captain of our police force. She's a woman. She ain't no joke. Baby girl, I know you ain't no joke. Hear me out. You know I'm telling the truth. Now, you just took over the police force. You're a black woman taking over the police force in Louisville, Kentucky. All these officers is wondering if you the woman for the job or should they wait for another supervisor. I'm going to see right now through this interview if you the woman of the job. I'm going to see how good you are. Then we got Damon Cameron, Attorney General, running for governor of Kentucky, running his mouth against our former governor. And he talking about the things he want to do, how he going to crack down on crime and stuff. All right, for your campaign, Danny Cameron, and our present governor, Governor Bashir, and for our police captain of Louisville, Kentucky, I want to tell you something. You do your research and you take all of your resources and look into this. Now, I want all the police officers in Kentucky to hear this. In the 70s, before I went to prison, there was two brothers, Micah Tinsley and Norma Tinsley, radicals, revolutionaries, according to court records. They're my brothers. They got convicted in Louisville, Kentucky of killing police officers. Did y'all hear me? Convicted. They were sentenced to death, punishable by the legislature. All the police in Louisville, I want y'all to hear me. Y'all was overjoyed. Justice is justice. For the police officers, serve and protect. You know how y'all do all that old bull crap. Well, that's how y'all look at it. They your brothers. They killed your brothers. According to the court, they killed them. Well, they found them convicted. Death. The Supreme Court of the United States in 74, I think it was, overturned the death penalty, considered it cruel and unusual punishment by means of how they execute people considered sentenced to death. So they overturned death. And everybody in America was commuted to life without parole. But you know, the ones that had the death sentence, their sentence was changed to life without parole. Because the Supreme Court outlawed the death sentences. Well, I go to prison. Check this out. All you police officers, detectives, all you powerful people in Frankfurt. Let me show you how they did, y'all. I go to prison. I'm in Eddyville prison. They don't have it now, but they had a club room called the JC Club Room. Well, the Teasy brothers, at the time that I entered the prison, I think it's murder of the police officers happened somewhere in the 72s. It's somewhere in the 70s, they killed these police officers. I would say 72. Well, now they got life without parole. Their sentence was commuted from death to life without. So Eddyville Prison had, at that time, college credits for people, inmates that want to go through academic schooling, get a college degree, go back out in society and lay it out. These guys, these Kinsey brothers, they was cool brothers. I love them even now, and what I'm about to say, I know it can't hurt them. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because it can't touch them. They out and ain't nothing you can do about it. Remember, they killed police officers, sentenced to death. Supreme Court outlawed the death penalty. They was given life without parole. So I'm in the JT club room myself as an inmate. And these brothers, they took advantage of academic schooling while they was locked up. They got 2, 3 college degrees. They were smart. They was the one that helped people. Like, you coming out, you a black man, they gonna help you, man, adjust. You know, they was in my corner from day one when I coming up. I came in up fighting and stuff. People putting knives on me, talking about killing me, and they always defended me, the Tinsley brothers. They always said, no, we're not going to let y'all kill him. He's too young, man. Let us work with him, talk to him. These guys wanted to kill me. I wasn't seeing all that shit. You ain't going to kill shit. Niggas running your mouth. Y'all kill these weak niggas in here, all these weak people. But anyway, let me get back to the story. Remember, the death sentence, life without parole, but guess what? They on the street, both brothers. Been on the street. They need to serve out half for that shit. On the streets. You know how they got on the streets? In the JC Club Room, Michael and Norman was having banquets. In these banquets, they was requesting people power to come to their banquets. People that can make a difference in the correction justice system. So they would invite them to the banquet, and they bring their families. So one banquet, these people brought their daughters, white girls. They wasn't looking like shit. But these brothers, the Tinsley brothers, I'm giving their props. These was good-looking young niggas, man. I'm talking about they was light-skinned. Norman, he was a weightlifter. His chest was this big. He could put a soft drink on his chest. It was popped out so far. Norman, he was like a revolutionary. He dealt with all the Black Panther stuff. You know, he's committed, unchanged. Norman was a thinker. These white girls that come in there on that banquet, they fucked them. Fucked them. They had sex with them. Sorry about the cussing. I'm getting hyped and emotional. You know, I like cussing. And that's an expression of realness coming out of me. But I do it like this. I'm gonna keep it script tight. I ain't gonna give YouTube no means of shutting down what I'm gonna say. They had sex with these white girls. These black Mandingo brothers had sex with these white ladies, and they married him. The white girls they had sex with, they was rich. They had power. Their family had power. Owned a lot of land and all that. Daniel Cameron, the police chief of Louisville, the governor of Kentucky, hear this out. Your state made a deal with them inmates. Even though they killed these police officers, and I want all the police officers in Kentucky to hear this, even though they made a deal with these inmates to tell your wife that you married. Well, the inmates made a deal to them first. We'll give you all this land if you let them out. They on the streets. These are the only inmates I know that can kill police in America. Kill them. Be found guilty, sentenced to the death sentence, all this stuff. They didn't have to go back through court or nothing. They on the streets because they made a deal with the state corrections in Kentucky. The land they sold them, they built prisons on it. They got their land free. And they built 2 prisons in Kentucky off the land, off of these inmates that they let out of prison having killed police officers. So you tell me about the corruption. Y'all keep coming to me talking about I'm the booty warrior and all that nonsense, man. It's crazy. You come to the wrong one. Because in my 40 years in prison, I learned so much about your corruption, how you defrauding the government, the people in society that pays taxes, people that believed in y'all, that, hey, the families of those police officers that was killed was guaranteed justice would be served. Is that justice? To take a bribe? To buy a bunch of land? Now, here's what you do. Everything I say is documented and recorded. Now, if you want to know if I'm crazy, check it out. I want the governor. I want the state of, I want Daniel Cameron. I want all you power figures in Kentucky to research Tinsley brothers. Their murders, what the Supreme Court did, how they overturned the death sentence into life without parole, how these people went up for parole. I forget this part. The parole board gave them 21 years. We see you in 21 years. The next year, they on the street. So you explain that to me. And to these police department in Louisville, Kentucky, that's been quitting their jobs because these police officers who is sworn in to serve and protect has been defrauded. The system that they serve and protect has showed the police officers that if somebody killed them, they would take a bribe to let them people off the hook. Now, the families of the police that was killed by the Tinsley brothers, I hope y'all listening to YouTube. I want you, if you are, contact your lawyer, find out what the hell's going on. Why did y'all tell me that y'all was going to get justice for something They didn't let these people on the streets, man. Because y'all took a bribe, took land, and built prisons on them. How you feel now? Yeah, when I went to Eddyville back in the days, before I started changing and all this stuff, these booty bandits down there, they were no joke. They were real butt bandits. These is people that walk around masturbating all day. They cut holes in their pants pocket and pull their penis up through the hole in their pants and stick their hands down in their pocket, and they be talking to these ladies, yes ma'am, you gonna be my caseworker? And while they talking, their hands in their pocket jacking their penis off, right? And so they had a lady in there named Patty Tree. I shouldn't call her name. She was thick. Boy, this white woman, they called her Wonder Woman. She had everything. The breasts, the big thighs, the booty, the small waist, the cat ass that go. She had all that. And she walked pigeon toes. Boy, that was cute. She walked pigeon toes and make that stuff was just floating, you know. So the booty bandits came to me, 3 of them. They offered me, each one of them, $50 if I can just hold her attention long enough where they can masturbate on the back of her dress. So I said, yeah, ain't nobody sending me no more. I talked to her. So when I see her come through, I said, hey, Patty, come here for a minute. She said, Fleece, what can I do for her? I said, look, you know, I've been trying to talk to you, and he's in back of her. She don't know he's in back of her. She got this big old butt, just like it's sitting on her back. He done pulled his thing out. He's back up stroking her. So he's stroking, so I'm talking to her. I said, yeah. I said, I understand it. Then I dropped something on the ground, because he told me I get 25 extra if I can get her to bend over, right? At the time he's going to shoot. So he said, so I said, Patty, I said, this is what I'm talking about. And she bent over. She said, I said, right here. And when she bent over, he shot all over her dress. So he left. He said, I'll get you later, Fleece. I said, all right, bro. So here come the next one. She got all this semen on the back of her dress. So here come another inmate. I said, Patty, I don't understand the classification of it. You know, she said, well, Fleece, you got to understand. She folded her arm up. You know, it ain't that simple. So we talking to other dudes in back over stroking. So I get it to bend over again. Man, he shot everywhere. So he left. You know, he got off. The last one. Son told me don't mess with him, right? Because, you know, he ain't wrapped too tight. And he's crazy, right? So I'm talking to her. And she said, yeah. She said, well, look, I got to go. I said, well, you still ain't answered what I told you right here, Patty. She said, I answered all your questions. She was done, right? He still back up jacking hard, you know. I'm talking about he's stroking. And when he get ready to shoot, he had to grab her waist, bro. He grabbed one hand and held her waist while he shot on the back of her. I said, oh my God, I know he didn't do it. And she started screaming. Girls running everywhere. I'm panicking, right? I'm like, man, I got to act like I don't know what's going on, right? I'm like, what the hell's happening? What is it? You know, the girls, I'm talking about when these girls come, these country girls, they ready to fight, bro. A white lady. She said, they said, what is it? She said, he's stroking his thing. They seen all that stuff on the back of her dress, all that semen. I mean, splattered. These guys done held this for no telling how long. She was covered. It done soaked in too. She can feel it now, you know. And man, they beat the hell out of him. I said, ooh, let me get the hell out of here, right? I'll never forget it, man. But I have that back, man. All right, everybody, you got somebody been writing comments in on me. They should have killed you in prison, all this old crap. I ain't hearing all that. I was a good person in prison. All the inmates respected me because I respected them. That's how I wrote. So, there was a guy in prison, and if he could see this interview, his name was Blue, black dude. Me and Blue in prison, we walked past each other, I said, what's up, brother? He'll speak, we keep going. Years later, Blue made parole. He's on his way home. There was an inmate that didn't like the fact that he was getting out. He had a knife, it was brought to me. Man, there's going to be a killing on this shore. I said, who? He said, you see that little brother over at Blue? I said, yeah. J-Rock did we get him. I said, for what? Oh, he said he didn't like him. I said, man, bro just made parole. He get me go home, man. Why J-Rock doing this shit? I said, I don't know, you're not jail. I said, man, fuck it. I'm not going to let it happen. I didn't know Blue real good. I went over before dude can even get to him. He had a knife on him. I popped him, whooped him, stopped that man from stabbing this man that's getting ready to go home. I went to the hole. When I came out of the hole, he had a friend out there that tried to, twice I did it, stopped him. Blue went home. He thanked me. Didn't even really know me real good. So out here on the streets, Blue been on the streets about 12 years before I got out. And he's doing good. He's a chef. He's a real short, stocky black dude. He's a chef. I mean a top chef. Man, he's a cooking sensation. He saw me on the streets. Came over and told my wife, your husband saved my life twice. That's why he's on the streets. Gigolo. Black dude out of Louisville, Gigolo. He got caught up into, there was a gang war in the penitentiary. I'm in the hole. You remember I told you I did 12 years. So Gigolo and all them come over to the hole. So the state corrections, I done been to the outside court many times. I know they got a kangaroo court over. So all the inmates is on my walk that was in the ride. So they was telling me at a couple of days, they gonna take and go to trial. Gigolo asked me, Fleece, what should I do? I said, Gigolo, I've been in that old kangaroo court a couple of times. They gonna find y'all guilty. I don't care what evidence you got to prove you innocent. They gonna find you guilty. They nasty over in Lane County, Kentucky. Them hillbilly white people over racist. They gonna find you guilty. All these guards over here at the prison, they friends with the people that work in the courthouse. They all know each other. I said, what they offering you? He said, 2 years. I said, take it. There was 2 white guys next to him. They took it too. Everybody else, 20-something other people, said, we going to trial. They gave every one of them, they went to trial, life sentences. They enhanced their sentence to life because of the felonies on it, right? It got enhanced. Gigolo and them, they listen to me. On the 2 years, down the street. Gigolo's a preacher now, got a wife. He met me and my wife in Walmart, ran up on us. I wasn't expecting, told my wife, if it wasn't for this man, I wouldn't even be on the streets. Let me cut it short. Dozens of people that ran up on my wife and told her, your husband saved my life in prison. So I'm trying to figure out. And then when you take into account when I became a paralegal, so let me do this right here. As y'all can see, my eyes is straight to the camera. I'm not looking down reading a script or nothing like this. I was a paralegal, and this is how I used to do my lawsuits. This is an action for declaratory judgment, injunction relief, monetary money damages filed by Fleece Jerome Johnson, state prisoner. Plaintiff seek relief pursuant to Title 42 U.S.C. Section 1983 to redress deprivation, to redress under color of state law of rights secured by the United States Constitution. The court has jurisdiction on 1343. The plaintiff invokes the pending jurisdiction of the court. Nigga, I was dope in law. I was dope. I got a whole lot of 30, 40 prisoners out of the penitentiary, probably more. Got them on the streets. Got them on the streets. So I'm in there defending people, getting them out. And you know what? I had the person that taught me law was called James Barry Sam Twilly. He's out now. Cold in law. He told me, because I was still going to church in prison. He said, we're going to do this in the name of Jesus. We ain't charging them nothing for these. They don't have no money. So why would we take somebody that ain't got no money and charge him, man? I said, that's right, Sam. I got 40-something of them out of prison. They on the street now. They brag about me. So all this stuff about I was a bootywad, a raper, and all that, it's crap, bro. You know, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to end up doing. Because I got that type of respect here in Kentucky. I'm going to end up having my agent, Lee John, and me contact the state correctional to set up a visitation into their prison system where we can take a tour. Go on the tour and where you can ask questions and all. You ain't gonna find nobody in our self. Man, when I walk through that door, they scream and holler. I took care of so many inmates, white, black, racist. I was friends to everybody. The racist people, they come to me. I'm talking about these white guys here. They no joke, bro. They were just like that Gunsmoke dude. They about the same size as Gunsmoke. War horses would fight all day and can fight. They respected Fleece Johnson. We sat down. They knew I fought these guards. I wasn't no rat. I ain't no baby raper. I'm for the inmates against the brutality that they were receiving from the administration. I'm the one that got the weed in, all the other stuff, liquor. I'm the one that took in guards. I want to speak about these guards in Kentucky. Now, at the time I entered the prison in the 70s, they was racist, nasty, shouldn't even been given a job as a correction officer, for real. After I won my lawsuit and I started doing my thing, retraining the guards, I learned about them. Most of them guards in Eddyville come out of these little country towns. And they was raised right. Their families raised them right. Good bred country, this country people. They want to work for the corrections department. They take them through training and they brainwash them. So I was doing it the wrong way. When they come in brainwashed, I was attacking them. But I said, no. I received the knowledge that, hey, I can retrain the ones already trained without going through all that. So I started retraining the officers where they became my officers. Every time they come in, they call me out. They got food waiting on me, everything. Cigarettes, liquor, shit. Only thing I didn't have was booty. But that's in the penitentiary. You know, I'm being there for the rest of my life. I got everything else. So, the last thing I want to speak on is this. The people that sends comments in on me, negative comments, you don't know me. I don't know you really. I don't want no beef, no drama, none of all that. I ain't for all that. But I'm going to tell you like I told you before. If you step to me, I'm going to take you to lunch, and I'm going to make sure you eat the whole meal, all right?